Recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress.
I still don't like her. She's still...
Something about her
I
is
don't trust
smarmy.
her.
I wish you guys could hear her.
Yeah, I mean, I guess some of you have. If you've ever
Record
in a Zoom call, yeah, you hear the lady.
Oh, my eyes just started weeping as soon as we've begun. Yep. We're here. We're back. This is an episode.
Better
Macy,
late than never.
Hey, it's here. The Og has passed.
Yeah. Like bugs do. It hits you really hard and fast, and then it goes away. And so
Where do bugs go when they die?
This is what it fucking sounds like when the bugs die, brother. It has been rough, but they're gone, and I'm glad I'm bug free. And it really fucking sucked, and I'm happy to be alive. Yeah,
I'm glad we're all glad you're alive.
Yeah.
We
talked about this on the bonus episode we recorded yesterday. I'm full of that vigor and appreciation that comes of just being normal again, because your baseline's so low of just what you would be grateful for that I'm just like, what a beautiful day outside about everything.
Yeah. I love that. I wish that feeling lasted longer. You know, I do think it is a gratefulness issue or a gratitude issue.
It is
perhaps.
Definitely a gratitude thing. I thought about it a lot when my stomach was getting ripped apart by cramps. And I was just really thinking about it. But I'm excited that this is going to it's the perfect launch pad.
Yes. Into you cleansed.
I cleansed, and it's now I'm pumped and glad to be alive. And so I'm packing. I was putting my class together for Anahadas yesterday. I'm so laser focused on what needs to be done.
Laser? We talked about it a little bit in the live, and I think I even talked about it streaming yesterday, dude. It is going to be very hard to not make every piece of content between now and leaving about Anahadas. So if you are, and we talked about you guys out there who don't or can't go to Anahadas or whatever, and how annoyed you guys must be. Every time you hear it, you're just, shut the fuck up. But it's a good time, and we're excited. Can't help it.
It's around the corner. Yeah. It's so this time next week, we will have already woken up there and have done stuff, which is going to be super cool. Yeah. I'll have already taught my first class, and we'll be getting ready for the second one on Saturday. Yeah. I'm so fucking excited. I'm washing clothes today.
Okay,
and
good.
Getting
That's
kind
a
of
good
that
thing to do.
ball going. It's still a few days early because I'm going to be taking stuff that I'm wearing because I'm taking stuff I wear.
You want to make sure that you've got.
But I'm planning ahead, trying to plan ahead. I always never pack well.
I always think I do well, and then I get there and I go, fuck. However, I forget. This is how much we're sitting outside of space and time, or whatever. Nice. That's what Anahadas feels like, because I forget there's a store pretty close, and people regularly leave. They're like, I gotta go to Walmart and get something. I forget that we can do that if we
I'm
need
too
to.
stubborn for that. I'm this way on when Hunter and when we go on our primitive camping trips, it's not like we're hiking in super remote places. It's a normal campsite. It's just no, we're not going to town.
In that instance, and leaving a camp, it bums me out.
It feels like a failure to me.
Yeah, and it takes me out of the mindset of I'm here and I'm camping and I want to be there in the woods. I don't want to remember that Walmart exists.
It's what makes me so sad about how Beaver's Bend and Ho Chi Town has gotten now, because it's super it's like a theme park land now, and it has made me so sad.
Remember when it was 2 restaurants?
Oh my God.
On a deserted road?
Remember when you could just drive up at any day in the park and just get the best camp spot in the world, and it was always an option to do that, and you didn't have to book weeks ahead. Oh my God, it makes me super bummed. But that's way off topic.
I've not been out that way in a long
I want to go camping, dude. It's about to be camping season.
Oh,
I was like talking to Hunter about it. I was like, we need to set the tent up and like out in the yard and make sure it's like ship shape because we're going fucking camping this fall. I want to go so bad, and we need to pick a spot, and we need to go.
I'll make a fire. I want to make some s'mores.
Yeah.
We should make s'mores at Anahata's. Looping it back around. Let's talk about our podcast, though.
Yeah, we have that.
I guess we don't talk about the podcast. We just do the podcast.
That would be really weird.
What are we doing on the podcast today?
So I'm talking to you today about a rock. And I picked it purely because I like the name. Okay. I usually pick.
Are you doing Coming Tonight again?
I'm not. I cannot lie to you, though. I cannot lie to you because it is absolutely the truth that my first hunt for crystals this week was stupid named crystals.
Good.
But I think that I've gone through a lot of the greatest hits already. You know? And so I settled for being like, all right, I'm just going to find a tasty word and kind of scroll a big old list of like 300 and just see what
tastes good on the tongue.
And it is no surprise because it is very similar to one of my favorite words that I've talked about, which
rhododendron?
Is rhododendron. Yes, you know me well. And so this one is, I'm talking today about rhodochrosite.
And you like the rhodo part of rhododendron.
I like the rhodo part, the RHO.
Really? Okay.
I like
I'm a
RH together. It's also why I like rhubarb as a word.
Rohan?
I like that. I love it. Like, it's just, which is like the center point of, in my opinion, and favorite, the best Lord of the Rings film.
I like how this. Even though you firmly stated that it was like, in your opinion, it still came across as fact.
It is. Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows. You know. Nerds.
It's the only one that has the wah, 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 wah. And that score alone to me makes the movie. I don't give a shit.
Put it on a fiddle. Crank that shit out on a fiddle.
Damn it.
I'm talking to you about Irish moss today.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but it sounds really like we got rain.
I was going to ask you, brother. Is
super
it raining
into it
right now? So it's raining for me right now.
It has been raining here for about it's done now. I'm looking at sunlight through the window, but that is only as of the last 2 hours, maybe. It's been overcast all day and it rained like it moved in around 2:00. I got to watch it roll in, dude. It was so amazing because like the last storm past us, it happens a lot because we're down in a hole. And so it's like, it'll build up and be like, and then just go burp and go around just completely. And then it just goes flaccid and it's very upsetting. And I was kind of thinking like this was going to do it again. And I was like, God damn it. Cause I've been watching this storm roll and I was like doing the thing, standing outside,
like
watching
a dad.
it. Yes. Like firmly foot planted, being like, where the fuck are you? And I was waiting.
Well, come on now.
And it was kind of seeming like it was going to kind of piss itself out. And I'd gone back inside at this point, and I had moved into standing arms crossed looking out the window like an absolute creep. Watching and waiting.
Change of scenery,
We've not had a storm in 4 weeks, and we're due. We needed it. And then I hear a sound of and Gizzy has decided to go plant herself in the back recording room back here. And I looked and I was like, okay. And within 30 seconds, it started raining because she doesn't like the rain. And so it was like she
feels it in her old
angry bones. And she came and stuck herself back here like a tick. Good. And then the storm came in. But it was really, really nice.
Is she still back there with you right now?
No, she's not. I kicked her out.
She's pissed off. Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I've just started kicking out everyone because they can't be trusted and they're all bad.
I do love just hearing the little ticka-taka, 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 ticka-taka every once in a while. Wow. Let's go. I believe that our last non-spooky-sode episode was healing hobbies and mice, which makes you the victor. I am bleeding, making me the victor.
Dude.
So you go first.
Okay.
You go that way.
I'll go home. God, that movie. Okay. It is going to be very hard for me to get this word right. I'm going to fuck it up because I want to call it rhododendrite so bad you can't believe it.
Right.
Like I keep having to look down at my phone and like find it because my brain does not want it to be rhodochrosite. That word doesn't exist to me. It's rhododendrite, and so I'm going to fuck it up.
Let's see. I'm going to watch you like a fucking hawk. Let's go.
Yeah, because I've also still got like dehydrated raisin brain, and so I don't trust what comes out of my brain.
Yeah.
At all. Which, by the way, dude, have you ever been so sick you're watching like Titanic clips at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what it is 100%. About bland, vintage, educational public TV, but I love it when I'm sick. It reminds me of coming down and grandma watching me, and she always watches PBS. And so like they had all of the like dry educational shows. I think it's why I like Ken Burns so much too. And like I love it. And it's like if I'm sick, just give me a mellow voice with kind of either a somber or somewhat jaunty score underneath it, and like some grain to that footage, and I'll be in misery still, but there will be peace.
It feels
there.
like home. Yeah. I'm like that with like old Bob Barker Price is Right.
Oh, okay, really? Nice.
Like old
game show type.
Game show, but specifically the ones that they would show like the kind of old reruns of. Yeah. I'm not talking like new age Drew Carey bullshit.
Yeah. No. Get your bark on.
Remember when he said bitch in Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, holy shit, that was Bob Barker.
Bob Barker said bitch.
Yeah.
Holy.
Oh.
Tell me about
Rhodo. Oh yeah, I go first. Rhodochrosite. I can't fucking remember. Let me find it because I have to pick it out. Rhodochrosite. Okay, yeah, that is what it is.
As is tradition, give me a spelling.
You're gonna like it.
Look that up.
You're gonna like the way it looks.
Didn't that guy get in trouble?
Probably. We can't mention anyone without it having he's probably a cannibal now. Oh god, it's really pretty. It's super duper pretty. Which was the second thing that caught my attention. It also kind of looks like bacon.
How do you spell it?
RHODOCHROSITE.
Row, as in rhododendron.
Dude, if I had a better brain, I was like, my stomach was like, do it. And then I was just like, I don't think I can.
For a word as long as rhodochrosite, I would have flown into the sun. It really does look like bacon in some instances.
It looks, in certain forms, like the way that it's cut, it looks like it does kind of looks like pink beet or like watermelon radish kind of vibe going on. But
there's
sometimes
like a lot of forms. This is interesting. Wow.
And then sometimes it looks like rock candy, like growing on a rock.
Ew, this one looks like worms.
Some of them look like squiggly worms. Ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of like diversity of growth with this. And so it was pretty interesting to look at all the different ones, but it also comes from a lot of different places, but we'll get to that. So it was named this in 1813 by one Johann Friedrich Ludwig Hausmann.
Whoa.
Which is the most German name
Holy
I have ever
I bet he would
seen.
give you a room temp beer and a sausage that would blow your mind.
Their family kraut recipe has just got to be out of this world. Like, and so it was named after the Greek words, which I just realized I didn't get, but it basically are rose coloring. That's kind of why it got its name.
It basically are rose colored.
See, this is it.
This happens so rarely. I get to just revel in it.
So, discovered, I guess, same year, and in Romania.
Okay.
The specimen was from Romania, or present day, what is now present day Romania. So rhodochrosite it's got a lot of manganese in it, which is why it's pink. So it's a manganese carbonate mineral. And so the pinkish red, that's where it's all coming from. So it's not very hard. It's not like soft.
Okay.
You know, but it's looking like a 3.5 to 4-ish, 4.5ish, you know.
Oh, that just makes it all the more like forbidden candy.
I know.
I bet it would just.
I wonder if what could I do it?
Yeah. I bet you could.
So your main like range, so your obvious like colors that you're gonna see, you got your pink to red range, and it can be like a baby pink all the way to like blood fucking red.
Yeah.
There's a big range in color in that. A little orangey sometimes. You can get a little orange stopping by and kind of.
Yeah, I like that.
Through.
I like the pinky orangey kind of.
A lot of range. It can also be more neutral in tone. So it can be like a yellowish gray or a brown, you know, but like we're really talking the pretty ones today.
Okay.
I mean, obviously.
Duh.
And so a lot of what it's banded. So it's got, when I keep it looks like bacon, it's got like the whitish kind of lines in it. And a lot of the pieces are kind of like a slab cut cabs or like kind of circular. And so it's like, it looks like a tree ring made out of bacon.
Oh, I just said slab, and then it reminded me of, what does it, come on up and come to the lab and see what's on the slab, which reminded me of the show, which reminded me of Okay, sorry. There's slab. Yes.
I'm so ready. Okay. So it is apparently pretty easy to identify, especially if it's one of the pink to red ones, because of the pink color. So we get like, there's not that many minerals that are this openly pink. And so it kind of narrows it down pretty easy. And also though, perfect cleavage. We got perfect cleavage. And we don't just have like your regular old perfect cleavage. This has 3 directions possible of perfect cleavage. So basically, no matter angle you're looking at it, perfect cleavage.
Perfect cleavage.
So
yeah, dude.
That basically means if you drop it, it can break perfectly in 3 different directions.
Yeah. That is so interesting.
And that's part of just the way just that it's structured as a crystal, how it's made. So it is not rhodonite. There is a rhodonite.
Okay.
Which also is having to not fuck me up because that's not rhododendrite like I want, but it's like close. So rhodonite is different, but it is similar in name.
Why do they do this?
Because this stone rhodochrosite that we were talking about was named for its coloring.
Okay.
This is also a very pink stone. So it was named also for it being named because, cool. And so obviously the Greek word was used in inspiration for this, for both of these, because they both have manganese in them. Again, so that's why.
So does that mean Roto is pink?
I
mean, that makes sense. Rose, Roto.
I had, where was that? Yeah, I think it means rose.
Cute.
Yeah. So that
Rose.
Kind of is how it can
Rose
happen.
Dawson.
I don't give a shit about that movie. And I made that decision even further watching like the dry nighttime 1980s maybe Titanic, like The Dream and the Nightmare. I don't remember what it was called, but you've probably seen it if you care about old Titanic shit. And like I was just watching it being like, this is better.
This is so much better than that. What is it, James Cameron?
James Cameron. I mean, he did a good job. Like they did show footage. Well, no, they didn't. I recently saw footage of it for a different reason. But like the shot of the nose of the boat coming out of the water and like flashing with the lights going off, that shit is so scary to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like it looks great.
It's
so
spooky.
I can't knock the movie from a production standpoint. Yeah. I just don't like Leo in it. I can't take it. I can't get over it.
Dude, if you
there's nothing recast, I can do about it.
Who would you replace him with?
Like a Ryan Gosling.
Chalamet.
Like Ryan Gosling in like fucking Walk to Remember era. Like put him in that movie because he also looks like an adult. And that's what I can't handle. He looks like a child compared to Kate Winslet, who looks like a juicy fucking woman. And I just, like a full-grown woman. I can't, the two of them together just I don't like it.
I also feel like Ryan Gosling has the capacity to feel romance. And I just don't buy Leo in a romantic setting.
I don't either. Like
I buy him in a Wolf of Wall Street setting.
Yeah, like Quick and the Dead, great. You know,
it could catch me if
it totally works.
Shutter Island. What else we got?
I can't with him in Titanic, and I have kind of zeroed in on what my issue is, other than the fact that it's super fucking sad in general. It's
the Leo problem.
I have a Leo problem. Yeah.
That's pretty on par for you. Okay, I'm so sorry. Zip lip.
It's fine. I am fine with it.
What a joyous week it is. What a wonderful time.
Another name for Rhodochrosite is Rosa del Inca.
That's Inca, better.
Inca Rose. And this name, as I understand it, was actually coined around the 1930s in Argentina.
Okay. Because I'm seeing a lot of Argentinian Rhodochrosite.
It's a big deal.
On the very quick Google I did.
Yeah. And so it is the national stone of Argentina.
Oh, cool.
Also, that's just a little sidebar that's kind of off topic, but it's also the state mineral of Colorado. So, yeah, because we do have it in...
I thought the state mineral of Colorado was marijuana.
I found it. Okay, there we go. I was looking. I was like, I skipped something. I didn't talk about where it is. So, it is located in South Africa, parts of Europe like Romania, China, the Americas, as well as South America. So we've got a pretty big range here. I just got to later on in my notes and I was like saying like I mentioned earlier, and I was like, I didn't mention that.
Dude, do it all the fucking time.
I didn't say anything about all the time.
That. I say things in my head and I'm like, yeah, I'll have to make a note of that.
Didn't. Yep. And so here we go. There's a bit of history here with Rhodochrosite in
Give it to me.
Argentina, and it's centered around the Capullitas mines, which are super remote, super high elevation.
Hell yeah, dude! I bet
all around
weird shit
seemed kind of difficult. Yeah, I mean it's like hard to get to as hell, and super way up there. Not easy to mine in. But it still happened. And so it seems like there's historical evidence of Incan people mining back in the 1300s. Cool. So the Inca were there. And then the Spanish showed up. And then also the English rocked up too later on. And so in the 1930s, however, as you know, time has passed from the 1300s, we've moved all the way up to the 1930s. Now, and I realized I didn't write that transition good at all of the breakdown. And so the Argentinian military took over these mines.
Oh, interesting.
And they were just up there blasting, mining, you know. And
the military?
Yeah.
Is that common?
I didn't look into it.
Oh, okay.
And, it seemed like as they were just blasting in these mines, they opened up a cavern full of
portals to hell,
stalactites made out of this shit.
Dude, can you imagine?
Look it up.
You open a door. Okay, hold on. What is it? Just stalactites?
Rhodochrosite stalactites. Stalactites. Yeah. T for top. They look super cool because you can't really tell exactly what they are, except you can then look and see the broken ones, and the ones that are broken just look like, like in a cartoon when somebody like loses a limb and it's just like a little pink ring with like a white dot in the middle. That's what they look
That's what it looks like
up in the ceiling. And
I'm not seeing any like hanging from the ceiling. I'm only seeing the slices.
Oh, yeah. I found some. I'll send you some. They're in my links. Good. But yeah, they're super cool looking.
It is really pretty though.
Yeah, I really like
up against, like some people put slices up in a window and the light just comes through that shit. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like most of the crystals that I cover, I'm always like, I want one of these. But like, this is the first one in a while that I'm like, I really want some of this. This is just a fun dude. So here we go. So they found all these stalactites, right? And
can't you open a door? You opened a door to just a room full of these hanging from the ceiling, brother?
I'd be pretty
tight.
I'd be, no pun intended. But like, I would be so into this. But like, also, I cannot help as a child that grew up playing Ocarina of Time and having to hear and deal with falling ice from the sky. I can't, like the thought of stalactites, I think they're going to fall at any given second and spear me.
They probably will. I mean, statistically, they only like hang from the ceiling for like 4 seconds and then they fall.
And then they do the sound and then fall on you.
I don't know why. Something you said, Ocarina of Time, in the back of it unlocked the Gerudo Val.
Oh, it's so good. That one goes the hardest out of the whole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Someone's just full on fucking bop,
and it's the coolest fucking town.
I think the outfits and the big swords and shit.
Riding the like horse warrior women? You kidding me?
Yeah. Do you shoot them all with a bow? Like, but they go to sleep, and I remember they go, ugh, and they
make that noise.
They do. They make a sound like when you shoot them. I feel like I remember them always like before they go down. They make like a sound. Yeah.
It's always that. It's going to be that part that my mom walks in when I'm playing. That or the pink fairy that comes out of the thing.
Dude, fucking what?
Who did they let do that? Because they brought some stuff.
Yeah, somebody really used some choice references when they did that animation.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, some of these stalactites were like 5 feet long and like a foot in diameter, so they were really big and consisted entirely of this concentrically banded. These are solid rhodochrosite.
Tight.
So when you cut them in horizontal discs, it's just going to be like a ring, like a tree ring.
The little stub, the little cartoon arm stub just gets narrow. So that means there's like plate size slices.
There's big slabs out there. Yeah.
Return the slab.
I've been hearing, I know, the whole time I was doing this, it was looping in my head and it wouldn't stop. And this got the attention of jewelers and lapidaries in Buenos Aires. And it seems like they kind of, I don't remember the topic that it was. It was a while ago to where the name of the stone was like commercially, like a kind of a brand name, you know? And this isn't like that necessarily because it's not like a brand name. But after this stuff was brought back and, you know, it was seen by local jewelers and lapidaries, they were like, we need to give this a name that's kind of like, that's got like a good sexy ring to it. Just because like this could work. This is pretty.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, there was value seen in it. And so Rosa del Inca was chosen.
Incan Rose? I guess.
Incan Rose, yeah. Oh. And so what is interesting doesn't really seem like this material was like a secret necessarily because like mining had been going on up there for a really long time, but it was always just kind of seen as a byproduct, even though it was really pretty.
Dude, so that happens so much. Wasn't that the same as like malachite or something?
Sometimes they're just like really pretty, like nobody gives a shit about, like
throw it in the trash.
Yeah, and it's weird to me, but I don't know if it just never got in front of the right people or what.
It's a bunch of military miners. You think they're gonna look at the pink shit and be like, "You make a necklace out of that?"
Well, they must have, because it didn't seem to happen any other time prior. I guess, I don't know. This is very weird to me. Part of me wonders if it's because they were so novel, they were such large stalactites, and they carried them down, or what. But it's just,
or maybe like, you just get so used to seeing it, you're just like, oh yeah, another day at the factory.
Yeah. Well, and it's not nearly as valuable as gold or silver or copper, and so it's just kind of like, yeah, I mean, the shit looks nice, but like, we're here for like, other stuff.
Is it gonna put food on my table?
Yeah. And so like, it kind of, I just think it falls to the wayside, but this time it didn't. And miners and the military officers who controlled the mines, it's like they took and shipped 20 tons of these stalactites to Buenos Aires.
20 tons.
And it seems like there was.
Do you remember when Miguel or Tulia or whatever went Buenos Dias?
I thought about it when I wrote Buenos Aires down.
That's what you said. And I was like, whoa.
I thought I heard Buenos Dias, and that line lives rent free because it makes no fucking sense.
It makes no sense.
And so they shipped 20 did I say 20 million tons? 20 tons? I don't know. 20 tons.
You said 20 tons, I think.
Okay, good.
20 million tons would be
a lot of tons.
A lot.
And so, but 20 tons of these stalactites to Buenos Aires. And this is actually seemed like a bit unfortunate in the sense that it wasn't really, it wasn't that much. And it also seems they kind of heavy-handedly collected them. But then after that, the military was like, all right, this is taking too much time. And they just blasted out the mines and destroyed the stalactites. Which apparently, obviously, a lot of geologists and lapidaries were like, So
that's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
It's ridiculous. Just like, this is taking too much time. Blow it up.
Yeah. It feels, like movies in the 90s, and I guess to some extent the early aughts, when they had like a military character, it was always like that kind of like, we're gonna hit it with 20 tons of nukes. Yes. It just feels like I see where it comes from.
It's just, I was very shocked in my note taking. In 1987, so we're in the 80s now. Slabbed and like polished stalactite like rings.
Can you imagine? I bet my mom had one. I bet your mom had one.
I feel like, and I think that they look so familiar to me because they also kind of look like the slabs of jasper that are like night lights and shit like that. Jasper. God, your fucking eyes. And they gave it the Inca Rose name. And so it was in 1987. We got some Inca Rose.
You would put some of this on and go down to the. There was a club. I don't even know if I should say. Do you remember what was the Orange Blossom? You ever heard tales of that? It was down in like around kind of where my mom grew up. It's like a honky tonk, and her and dad would go down there. And I think your mom was involved probably a couple of times as well. Orange Blossom? I don't remember. But you slap some of this on, you go down there, you find yourself a cowboy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, big time. Mm-hmm. The name is very. It just feels very like it is made to sound like by me. I don't know. It's like the name is very.
No, it sounds like like special and luxurious.
Yeah, and so especially for it to be newly coming on the market, so you have this kind of like new pink, pretty kind of fancy stone,
something that not everybody had yet.
Yeah. And it's, exotic from Argentina.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's south of the border.
And so this is and really I'm kind of selling everybody short because this is at international shows. So this is actually on the international stage. But it got a lot of attention and was really starting to become, popular for just how pretty it looks. And so it started getting, on the commercial world stage, there's some recognition for Rhodochrosite. And so while copper production ended at the mines in 1997 here in Argentina, or there in Argentina.
Is that when they exploded them? No, that was never, okay, I'm on track.
So it seems like they blew up those
to get to the copper?
Well, but it seems like they didn't blow up all of the Rhodochrosite in the mine.
They didn't go on like a hunt for it to destroy it all? Yeah, it just seems
maybe they just like blew up that cavern because there's still more. And there is still mining up there for Rhodochrosite. So it is
they're giving it the attention it deserves.
Out there, yeah. And so there's 24 mines that extract Inca Rose, which is what it's called when it's coming from here. And so generally these are used for cabs or cut into slabs and or for ornamental use. So it's pretty common.
24 mines?
Yes.
That doesn't feel like a lot.
I don't know how big they are.
I don't know how much mines usually have, but...
Yeah, I don't either. I don't like to think about things like that because the scale is insane to me.
It freaks me out.
How is there... Like, I read when I was doing these, like, how much was taken out of each country in, like, the previous year, and it's just like...
And, like, how is there that much?
How is there that much?
We're running out of everything.
It stresses me out. So...
Running out of helium,
I really.
Yeah.
Nobody can make their voices high pitch anymore. Nope. What are we going to do?
Nope. And like 2 generations, they won't know what a floating balloon looks like.
Which is probably the least of the problems. It's my knowledge of helium.
Excuse me, God.
So,
I for a second, I forgot this wasn't a bonus. I thought this was a bonus. That's why I was so freely clearing my throat. Sorry, guys.
I was a little surprised.
I'm very sorry.
So, this... Where am I? Okay, yeah. So, kind of a lot of these are the slabs. They are the, a capuchon kind of shape going on with them that they're getting out of here. Generally, too, you're going to get the bright pink-ish kind of to reddish hues coming out of here. And you get some interesting variation here, though, because not every single one of these that you're going to see is going to look like the smooth kind of pearly bacon.
Yeah.
Like some of these are kind of like a rock with like crystals growing off of it, and some of those look really crystally and some of those look really not crystally but like
smooth,
all different. Yeah, like all different. Well, like the wormy one, some of them are kind of like squiggly, like, so it's got a lot of different ways. You can also get it in like a tumbled stone, and some of those are like the pink mixed with gray of like just a different stone, like a different rock that it's attached to and things like that. And so there's kind of different ways that you're going to see it. And one form might look completely different than another one, but they're the same thing. It just seems that where they come from changes how they manifest, kind of. And the thing is, though, while it is it's pretty popular stone, it is maybe not the best for jewelry in all cases.
Because she's soft.
It is soft. It breaks easily. And, but perfectly. It will break right in half on you. And it also, because of its cleavage in multiple different directions, it makes it kind of hard to facet, to cut and like faceted shit, because it's just going to want to break. It's just going to want to like keep breaking on you, and it can break in different directions. So oftentimes, the shapes are going to be pretty simple. If it is shaped, again, like cabs, like a teardrop shape, things like that. And if it is going to be worn as a jewelry, it's more suggested maybe earrings or like brooch, something that's not hinging and going to get knocked around like a necklace or a ring that is going to like take some rough treatment. So it's more common, it seems, to have it as a piece, as, you know, just something that you, in your collection of crystals that you just kind of have.
You're not getting like jade carvings.
I know, it's just not really as much of an option for this guy. And so there are beads made. However, there's a pretty decently sized vein of fake, but not saying it's fake, rhodochrosite beads that are apparently made of a powdered mineral matter in pink and white colors, and they're bound together with a resin. And the powders are kind of layered and swirled together to produce kind of the banded appearance, similar to natural rhodochrosite. But like after seeing the comparison side by side, I definitely found a few fakes in no time. So do your, when you're buying one, and again, a bracelet might not just be the best idea for this, but there are several different fakes out there.
There's
that
some
just like,
that look real fake, but there's a lot that look real good, but there's some that look real
the
fake.
Ones that look real fake are the ones that aren't real. Like it's like hyper banded, and it's done in such a way that they look like resin. And it's uncanny. It's like uncanny valley of the stone. It's not right.
Like if you put it in a cartoon.
Yeah, it's just, so keep your eyes out. And also too, it's just generally good. Source your crystals good.
Yeah.
You know? And so generally, you're going to find it more in the banded opaque form, it seems, especially in like a commercial form. Like if you're talking like a metaphysical shop or, you know, something like that, like you're probably going to see it in this way. However, there are the more crystal looking varieties, but they're more rare. Like, you know, so they're also more expensive. Yeah, that's just how it goes. And there's some absolutely sick ass blood red spiky ones that came out of Africa that are such a mood. I was looking at pictures of them and I was like, oh my God. And they also reminded me of that weird like red shit in that movie Lucy, when shit starts really going off the rails. I don't know if you remember like all the red formation.
I have a personal vendetta with the movie.
Oh,
Lucy.
Me too. And I've got to take a quick sidebar here. Because I was surprised today, because like I was looking at those crystals reminding me of the movie Lucy and the ending and all the red shit, and I was like, did that happen? Like, were they red, or did I just hate that movie so much that like I don't actually remember
saw blood,
the ending? Yeah, I was seeing red because it was so bad. And so I was like, well, I'll just watch kind of that ending scene, you know, and dude. It was so bad. Cause like I wanted to spare myself. So I went to Reddit and tried to see if I could, from a few threads about how Lucy
pause.
was.
There's your problem. You tried to spare yourself. So you went to Reddit.
Well, yeah. Cause like, dude, for a quick shitty answer, Reddit's great.
Not
and
Quora?
So I was like, yeah. And so I was like, I'm gonna go over here and see if anyone will just describe the scene, or if I can get a quick link to it, anything like that, you know, couldn't. And so I was like, I'm gonna have to type this into YouTube, goddammit. And so I did. And there was a lot of talking though in the Reddit threads of being like, we hate this fucking movie, but you'd kind of be surprised at like, it's actually kind of it's apparently got its fans. It's like some real diehards.
No, I have heard people put this movie like in their top whatever.
I gotta tell you, so I watched this scene. Bad.
Don't tell me you're one of those people now.
No, bad.
Okay.
Big bad.
Okay.
Stupid. Even. Oof. It's the one when the flash drive comes out. You know, I watched the ending.
I forgot she just turns into. Oh, never mind. I won't say. Sorry.
And so, you know, you watch 45 minutes of like animated like cells coming together and coming apart and coming together and coming apart, and it's just I was just watching this, and anyway it ended and I was like, that was as bad as I remember. And I went to the comments, and I don't think I have ever seen a more positive and supportive YouTube comment section in my life.
Really? In what way? Hold on. People were
Love supporting... the movie.
Ew. Okay.
I really was just, I just had to share it because it just really...
I don't know. No.
Surprised me.
It's surprising, but also not, because like while you do... Here's the thing. I don't think that YouTube commenters or whatever, I don't think that that's the section of the meanest people, like people say. People say the meanest commenters are YouTube commenters. I think they're the dumbest. I don't think they're mean. I mean, they can be mean, sure, but I think they're just kind of
I love how it's implied that everyone who likes this movie is dumb now.
Oh, well, listen, I'm sure there are people who know that you use all of your goddamn brain all the goddamn time, but they still like the movie. You know what? I'm sure.
I remember the scene of her riding in the car, like picking, like, and it makes me so angry. I remember watching that in Plague
personal
House.
Preference. You're allowed to love the movie. Everyone likes what they like. Let's get that out of the way.
It was a long 2 hours in Plague House watching that movie. I just gotta say.
Well, okay. Your setting also feels like it might be a part of that.
I feel like it was fitting.
Oh.
So, anyway, let's talk about the metaphysical now. Guys, it's pink. So, I mean, we've got a few obvious things to address.
Yeah.
There's a lot of love here. Love.
And you know that song, pink is my favorite color.
Yeah.
Isn't that a Aerosmith?
I don't know who did that song. Who did Pink is my favorite color? That didn't sound like Aerosmith, was it?
It's called Pink, song by Aerosmith.
It's by Aerosmith. I don't know why I'm not hearing his voice in my head.
Because I just did a really bad rendition of it.
Well, yeah, but like still, I know it, but it's like I'm not hearing it. And I like the love of this one. And so what is interesting about it is that it encourages building loving feelings.
Oh.
And whether those are feelings, and that might seem like kind of an obvious thing. It's like, yeah, that's what love is. But it's like, it encourages the building of it, in ways that I really like. And so whether that's towards yourself or others, you're trying to work on that, it kind of has you focus on the positive little things surrounding a thing, your target, whatever it is, person, yourself, and to kind of take in the wonder of, the positives and things like that.
Like, and not just try to start at the top, but like to build a...
Yeah, and find appreciation in all places, like just watch for the things that are special. And when you're paying attention like that, it's amazing what you'll see. And I feel this can be easier to do sometimes for others, especially when it comes to like turning the lens towards yourself. And that can be challenging too. So it's like, it might depend, and more like easier for others, especially on the outward side. I feel like some people have an ease of more kind of loving quicker, for lack of a better word, and others that take their time. And it's the same way inwardly too, to where you might have an easier time with self-love, or maybe you don't. And so this can be a really good tool for times to where maybe you're needing to build that back up again, because it's also not in a vacuum. If you've got good self-love, practices, that doesn't always mean that for the end of time, those will always be there. A lot of things can happen, and you can kind of get knocked off your foundation a little bit, and maybe you got to build things back up. And this is the one
maybe you catch yourself liking the movie Lucy, and you lose all the love you have for yourself.
And you just got to earn it back, over a long time.
So long. Oh no. There's a handful very specific people pissed off at us right now.
We're losing today. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay. Tell us Lord of the Rings sucks. It'll be fine. We'll even it out.
Oh, so we don't always like grant ourselves the space to say and notice the nice little things about us, like that are nice, that are good.
Yeah.
And so this
definitely
is about,
in comparison to the things we know, the little things we don't like.
Oh, the absolute shit mountain of everything else.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is kind of about carving out that space and recognizing those wondrous good things and building love back by appreciating those and focusing on those, because it's just a really nice way to get a little closer to the spirit of someone, I think, to look for these little pieces of behavior and individuality that make you or them special. And kind of reframing it a little bit, and kind of not juxtaposing also. So like not only like do we focus on the time or spend that time and focus on these good things and appreciate them, don't then immediately compare them to the shit mountain. They're sacred, keep them safe, and they're like little embers, they're to be nurtured.
Like an alone, when they finally get
like an alone,
ember.
you don't want your coal to go out.
If your ember goes out, you might as well stick that, what's it called? Grouse? You stick that grouse right down your throat and choke on it.
Like you don't want that ember to go out. And so in the same vein, it comes with us also no longer avoiding things about ourselves.
Whoa.
But this is a gentle confrontation. That's kind of what we're working with here. And a confrontation could be found in reflection of ourselves, in not wanting to process the feelings that we're feeling, and we're just like later. And so these are kind of what I mean by that, the avoidance, and this is the confrontation of being like, all right, I need to address this.
Let's sit down and
I need to start doing some work here. Yeah, because this is not how I'm not doing better by not doing this. And so I could see this being a very good pairing for self-love or image work. And, maybe if you are a doer of the mirror spell, or you have your own kind of mirror spell option that you like to do, to where you kind of appreciate your body physically and kind of look at it in the expression of what it is, and building appreciation for that. Or if you're like a bath, if you do like self-love baths, I like to do a little crystal row by the bath a lot of the time, and have them by the foot and the head, and kind of arranging them around things like that. So you can work things like, into your practice that way, to kind of be building that up and focusing on all of those wonderful components. And there's also a childlike wonder to Rhodochrosite, and I feel that can be kind of gathered by the appearance of it. I don't know. So it just looks so cute.
I definitely this would have been one of the ones that you see as a kid. You're like, that's the one.
Yeah. It's just like a lot of times kind of a bubblegumish pink and looking like bacon, but like, I really think it shows in what it is. And it also gives cream savor a little bit too.
Yeah,
I feel like it's giving cream savor,
like the strawberry cream savor. Yeah, baby.
And so with this, maybe it kind of encourages us to maybe allow the child out now and again.
Okay,
and start working on letting the inner child come out a bit more, to kind of tear that wall down of no, not right now. Because no, not right now can really take over on accident.
Oh, big time.
Like
that freeze response is real, baby.
Well, or even just denying ourselves a fun thing for no reason.
Oh yeah.
For no reason. Like I do shit like this often. And it kind of reminds me of like what you were saying the other day when you did the Magnolia episode, or I did it, whoever covered that. I don't remember anymore. You said that it would have taken a second to go over and smell it, but you didn't because you just had shit to do.
Yeah.
Like the no, not right now is, it can kind of subconsciously take over to where you start realizing you're denying yourself very reasonable things.
Yeah.
That are really would be nice.
Time or effort.
Yeah.
Would improve your day.
Would really improve your day. And so it's kind of like in those moments, like the inner child is saying, hey, let's go do this. And as the parent, you say, no, not right now. And it's kind of like maybe changing that a little bit of letting that inner child, those little suggestions that you get when it pipes up. Well, it happened yesterday with me when it started raining. Like I was watching it and I was like, I want to take a rain shower. And I just took my clothes off and went out in the rain and haven't done that in a while, but it was an impulse decision. And like part of me at first was like, I mean, like, it's going to be kind of cold, but like, you don't care about like when you're a kid. You don't give a shit about that at all when you're a kid.
Stomp in the mud.
It was the first rain in 4 weeks and it had the smell. And the smell, dude, was everywhere. And it was like just the right level of rain too. Like it was a true rain shower. And I was like,
enough to like get you fully drenched.
Yeah, it was so nice. And so, but it was like, I'm really glad I didn't deny myself that, because on a different day and on previous days, I absolutely have. And there's, I could do it. I didn't matter if my hair got wet. I wasn't going anywhere, so take advantage of the opportunity when it shows up and that child is like, hey, we should do this. Yeah. And if it's not really going to change much, do it.
Yeah. I mean, and you make a good point with the, like, I guess the inner parent or the adult us being the parent in that situation, in that equation, because that comes into play so much without even realizing it. You know what I mean? And I mean, I guess I'm just kind of reiterating what you're saying, but it really does when you start to think of it that way, instead of just being like, why can't I do X, Y, go out and into the rain? Like it's like this made up person, this made up grown up that you think you have to be or something that doesn't exist,
Yeah.
And you're just like, shut up.
Just contrarian.
Right.
Just for no reason.
What is the reason of saying no to that? Like if you had kids and your kids were like, let's go out in the rain, I could see you being like, not right now, because we have stuff to do, or it's a pain in the ass to clean up, or this, that, and the other. But when it's yourself, you can kind of like self-govern that. You're like, okay, but I know how to take a shower.
Yeah, and I did. I took a hot shower afterwards, and I was like, I'm not sick anymore. I'm like fixed.
Your body is just like,
yeah, like it was completely healed, and so. Oh my God, they're howling their butts off out there. Ooh. All three of them.
Tornado.
They're so loud. I don't know what's up. So
it's an F5, finger of God.
It's coming. Dead man walking.
Get your belt. Get your belt and find a pipe.
Yeah, let me get my cheap, genuine leather belt.
Walmart clearance rack. Faux leather belt.
Oh my God, I have so many thoughts. All right. So Rhodochrosite, you know what it is? Compassionate.
Oh.
It's compassionate in nature, but it's exciting. So it's got that whimsy, but it has a lot of compassion there. And it's a good stone to take with you when you're traveling. And honestly, I was like reading up on all of this, and I was like, dude, what a perfect like Anahata's purpose stone. Like I know we're bringing it back because it's about to happen. Also, if you've not gotten your tickets yet,
you still can.
You still can, but like,
what are you thinking?
Get on it. Like that stresses me out.
Yeah.
Do it. Get it done. I can't wait to the buzzer. Like I can't do it. Like I usually, dude, if we take trips, I book them far out.
There is very few things that stress me out, like knowing you have a goal, but kind of pittering to that goal. And I'm not saying anything about people who aren't, this is not about Hondas or getting your tickets. I just, in general, this reminds me.
No, yeah, this is just personality type. Like, I stress.
Same. You pull up to you ever been in a car, people? And for an example, you're in a car full of people and you go to the store and you want something very specific, a limited edition something. Or maybe it was like a book release. You ever went to like a book release or something? Oh, yeah. And there's like a limited amount. I am falling out of that car while it's still running. Yes. And I am getting in line, right? But have you ever been with someone who just like pulls up and they want to fix their hair first, and then they're like, "Hey, before we get in line, I'm going to go check you. Let's go." I'm
sweating
the entire time, and I feel like such an asshole because it will probably be fine. But also, if we don't get to do the thing because your ass is piddling around,
yeah,
I don't want to be friends anymore.
It was me at the Decemberist concert at the House of Blues.
Stop running!
Like, you're not going to get in my fucking way, dude.
I will sweat and become the most Monica you've ever seen.
But it's a good traveling stone, and it's a good one if it's a trip that you're needing. Maybe you're meeting new people, or you need to just kind of you just want to go and have a real open heart on this trip. You want to just go and have a good time and just really go in there with the focus of that in mind, and just kind of uplifting your adventure, whatever it may be. And it can...
I really wish I had one where now it's like a necklace, Diana. That would be perfect. Yeah.
It's so, like, I was just like, this fits so good. And it can maybe having that, vibe around. And in, the compassion element to it, this compassionate whimsy. It's like, that's such a good attitude to have on a trip too, because, and speaking against you and me and our tendencies, you can plan everything down to the letter and shit can change.
Yeah.
At a moment. And so an important attitude to try to also carry on trips is, no matter what, I'm on a trip.
Right.
I can
it
is hard for me.
And it can ruin a trip sometimes to be so uptight about this was my plan.
Yeah.
And before you know it, the trip is done.
Yeah. And generally, like, for me on trips, like, I'm not an itinerarier. Usually when we're going somewhere, I look up about 3 things, give or take. And I'm kind of like, I would like to hit maybe 2 of these at least when we're there, and we'll kind of figure out the rest. But like the traveling portion, I am no fucking nonsense about. Like, once I'm there, I'm there. But like the logistics is where I get
big time
bogged down in a trip. Oh, I hate it.
You stand still in front of me in an airport, I'm mowing you down.
Like, I just got to get there.
Yeah.
I just got to get there.
Yeah. I just want to get in the seat so I can cry by myself.
Yeah, like, dude, and really, once I'm on the plane, even though it's about to take off, like, whatever, but like, once I get to the plane, there's always that moment of like, okay, like, there's literally nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
Right now.
I feel that way right about when, like, the engines kick in and you start flying down the tarmac. That's when I go, even if I screamed, like, let me off this plane right now, it wouldn't stop.
Nah, bro.
I'm like, this is it. I'm in someone else's hands now.
Yeah, which I don't like that.
I don't like it.
But it is what it is, And so this is just a good one for maybe, if you are someone that can very easily get derailed on a trip if something doesn't go kind of as you were planning, expecting, maybe this could be a good traveling stone for you to kind of be like, okay, but maybe we could go do this instead, or maybe, and just kind of to be able to pivot. Sometimes you got to pivot. I did see the very bold statement of, if this stone could rekindle one's excitement for life. So
goodbye depression.
Like, it's just poof, gone.
Wow.
It'll fix it. And the element of compassion that it has, it also has us maybe being able to see beyond our own story here too. Being able to kind of pull out from our narrative and take a bigger contextual image of maybe situations, something, going on to kind of, which is also a nice thing to do when you are needing to sort out your own feelings too. Like a lot of the times I need to like, I try to think of the context as a whole a lot of the times too, because sometimes for me, if I feel that I'm too internal, you can really lose the plot, so it's important to kind of come up for air and kind of just remember the whole context of everything involved. And I feel like this is good for that because you're kind of getting the stories outside of just your own. You get a roving POV this way. Yeah. Which
something I have found that has helped me my whole life, and I don't even sometimes do it intentionally. My body just will do it for me. If I'm just really in my head stuck or freaking out or whatever, right? Like busy, whatever is going on. Sometimes I'll stop and I'll take a breath and I'll just look at another person that I don't know, like in the store or driving in the car next to me. And I'll just be like, they have their whole own lives going on.
Yeah.
And it really just, I don't know what it is about that just makes you go like, okay, we're okay.
It makes me feel a little smaller, which I've talked, and like from an ego standpoint, we've both talked about that. Like I feel better when I can shrink things down. Yeah. Like it's because you're pulling out when I'm pulling out and getting
those videos where they pull out and they show you like, here's the size of your state, now country, now the earth, now the solar system. Better. And it just keeps going. I'm like, yes, keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
I love it. Yeah. It soothes me.
Squash me like a bug.
And I feel like that's kind of what you're getting with this. And also, too, this is just good practice for if you're trying to just be more empathetic to, situations of others, stories of others, things like that, trying to build understanding of things that maybe you're just not familiar with and you want to learn. Like this part of that is being able to pull yourself out of your own narrative and listen to the story of somebody else's. And so that's kind of the energy that we're working with here. And Rhodochrosite, and this is kind of tying it back into earlier, it's kind of in seeing the beauty in a wide spectrum of things and building love that way. It's a very appreciative love that I feel like comes out of this guy. And it feels foundational and solid to me. I like that this is not like a little horny stone. Oh. Like it's kind of, it's like a slow burn to me, kind of. It's, maybe it's like, you're kind of like
friends to lovers.
Friends to lovers, exactly. Is kind of the vibe that I get from this one. And I can only speak for myself here because this is also just different ways that people are. I've always been very slow to build affection. Okay. Whether it be partners or new friends, anything like that. It has just always taken me a very, very long time, not like a very long time, but longer than a lot of people who very quickly can just kind of open up and kind of open that floodgate and it all is there. And so I think that's why this stone just kind of makes sense to me because it's like it kind of just fits the way that I am. So I'm like, yeah, this is great. But it's kind of that brick by brick bit of appreciation. And it's not going into it being like you should make people earn your affection brick by brick. It's more like when you're looking for the wonder of a person. All of the things that make them wonderful, the unique things that are part of their puzzle. Yeah, it's amazing how many things you will be charming to you, And so it's kind of like that, learning and taking in all of this information in a really broad scope. And it's not like one of them like thrown up like really flashy new subdivisions that they suspiciously build in like
what are they building those out of?
I think fucking like sawdust. I don't know.
Compressed
foam board,
sawdust, man. Dude. Wishes, and dreams.
Capitalism. So this is it's kind of more like you're falling for the person's soul here. Not it's the essence.
It's like on those house shows when they walk through and they're like, this house has good bones.
It's got good bones in it.
Good bones. Yeah. Like, I kind of know what that means. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, you're just trying to kind of gauge the whole of a person. And and again, that's not to say you're only looking for green flags. Don't just do that either. Good grief. But like, it's that, you know, you just have your eyes open to see more, all the green flags instead of more specific ones that only, you know.
I think there's something to be said for appreciating the beige flags of someone.
Oh, dude, I love beige flags.
Oh my God. I'm just like a little innocuous thing that's like neither, it's not like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a really stereotypical green flag, but you think of a really stereotypical. It's not like that, but it is just a nice little,
Yeah.
That's a quirky thing that you do.
Like those are the things that make me build affection. And it's like, that's part of why it's so slow, because it's like, that's how I get to know people, is I like to watch the things that they do. And you still learn stuff. Like Hunter and I have been together for almost 9 years now, and I've learned random shit about him all the time. And it's super fun. I didn't know until recently. I mean, I had a suspicion, but we found out recently he's colorblind. And I was like, what? Like, I mean, partially, but like he was very casual about it. And granted, I had moments because he has a hard time with champagnes and greens.
Okay.
That's what it is. Because I remember we were in college when we like very, very first met. There was a girl that had a champagne truck, and he kept calling it green. And I was like, that's not green. And he was like, it is. It's kind of like a faded. I remember being like, He's also a guy, and they don't know colors as well. So like, I might just let this go. And so, but still, and he was just like talking about it. And he was like, well, but he was telling me stuff he can't see. And I was like, why have you never told me this before? I mean, it just is amazing to me that
did you like bring up the little circle test?
They did at work, at his job, because like it came up, and he was just talking about, like, he was like, well, you know, there's other things that like, I can't tell. And I was just like, this is amazing to me. What? Yeah. And so it's just, that's more of like a bigger example, I guess, or like it's not like a tiny little like, ooh, but it's just neat to kind of, the more I learn shit about that, I'm like, that's like a more unique piece of a person that I didn't know before. And
so he's colorblind, and he doesn't have the inner...
aphantasia.
Thank you. I always want to say the other word.
Aphasia. That's very close. Yeah. And so he's not like super colorblind. It's like colorblind light.
I've heard that about like a lot of dudes are that way.
It's a surprisingly common
X
common
chromosome,
thing.
Or I'm sorry, Y chromosome type thing.
Got to do with them rods and cones. But anyway, like the main example I wanted to use, that one popped up, but like you just notice little thing. Like one of the first things I did notice about Hunter was that at his size, 6'2", 250 pounds, at any gathering, whether it's me or him or a group of people, he will make his plate last. And that is just like a little thing. It's never really come up. No, he's never talked about it. But I noticed that, and I'm an acts of service person.
Right.
And so to me, I was like, that's really surprising. It's just, but it is without fail. Like, even if it's just, I make dinner, he makes dinner, he will always make his plate last because he just wants to make sure there's enough. And it's like, those are the little wonder things to watch for. You know,
and the fact that you don't talk about it is a whole other thing. That's because I could see someone easily doing that and being like, well, if you noticed.
Yeah.
I
really just want to, it's like, no, it's just a thing that he does. And I like looking for just the things that you do. And, but so this is kind of what we're working with here. It's focusing the wonder. And also that goes for yourself again, acknowledging and noticing the bits about you that you do that are nice, you know, that you need to acknowledge, like maybe you did something really, really sweet and you didn't even think about doing it. Like maybe you rescued a drowning bug out of a puddle. Take a second and stop after you did that and think about how nice that was.
Dude, I loved saving bugs out of mom and dad's pool when they had
we did with frogs all the time. Yeah. And then you can just kind of take a moment and be like, I didn't have to do that. I felt empathy for another living thing. So I chose to. And I like acknowledge it and take a little second and do it. Or, if we're talking from a physical standpoint, maybe it's just acknowledging something that is maybe not more, it's not like your run of the mill, like supposed to be
great tits.
I like my hands.
Yeah.
They're one of my favorite things about myself. Yeah. And so, but like noticing, like broadening your scope and taking in the parts of yourself and, either inside or outside.
I understand. I've always thought that I have great ears. And I know that's a weird part.
I get it.
Like, I like to think about it sometimes. I'm like,
yeah, I totally get it. You're just like, I just appreciate that about myself. I get it.
Yeah.
And so it can just kind of take in those moments, helping us remember and building up that practice of acknowledgement. And instead of just, again, hanging out near like shit mountain, which isn't as much fun over there.
Yeah. 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 What is it? They call me King Turd up here on shit mountain.
Up here on shit mountain. Yeah.
If you want it, you can have the crown. Yeah.
So, this can also, it can be a really good stone for meditation. Especially if you are meditating on things like maybe inner child work, you're looking to blow some hooks, maybe things like that. This can be a really good one for that because, again, it's got that compassion, kind of hand holding type energy. It's patient also. So that's, paired with that. Also, just, I would trust this. I would pair this. It kind of, because usually when I work with crystals, I just make a little community group of them. Like I make like a little mix of
yeah. They have to have their friends that work well.
Yeah, and right. I do the same with herbs. I do the same with anything. I always have a team that I kind of put together. I would totally throw this in there. This seems like great energy to bring into a meditation. Also, like maybe reducing your frustration when you're trying to settle in and maybe you keep letting the chatter take over and you keep grabbing onto tangents and losing your thought. Like be patient, be compassionate to that. And I just feel like that's a good energy to have instead of getting frustrated, maybe being like, I'm not going to do this today, which I also do. And so, this can be a really good welcoming gift for people, especially if they're being welcomed into a family, whether it's like a marriage or maybe a new child has been welcomed, a new friend maybe into the group or something like that. Like, it's just kind of, it's an extension. It's that like, I want to welcome you. I want to learn about you. I want to get to know you and learn who you are. And so it's kind of a nice little energy, a good gift for things like that. Which gift people rock. Let's give each other rocks more often.
Yeah. Speaking of the whole acts of service, I know it's, not the only 5 ways or whatever to have love languages, but I think we should look at the whole gift option more often too. Because as you say, giving rocks, to me, as somebody with like a gift giving, but as like a secondary love language, I try to stifle that because it sounds I think it sounds bad. You're like, my love language is gifts. I
love the gift givers.
But that's the thing. A, I love giving them, but B, you give me a rock, I'm keeping that rock forever.
Yeah. It didn't even have to be like a fancy one. Just say I liked how it looked when I found it, and I thought
this rock looked like a butthole. So I thought you would think this was funny. I'm keeping that butthole rock.
I'm keeping it forever. Yeah,
forever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
give each other rocks more often.
Give rocks.
So wrapping up here, finally, good grief. Rhodochrosite can be a good companion for when you're needing to really you're doing the grind out to achieve your dreams. Maybe you're in school.
Just do it.
Maybe you've started a new job. You're kind of in that stage of you're having to just get through what you are doing. And that's not to say you know that it's all miserable and it's all got to be miserable and that you just got to put your head down and be miserable. But during those times, the way that we can help lift ourselves up out of that is focusing on keeping that wonder, keeping that excitement. Why are we doing this? All of the reasons and all of that, like looking for those bits of the excitement and what makes it special, that can help make it a little bit easier at least to make burnout perhaps not quite so bad.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's terrible. But basically wrapping it all up, I kind of think of this stone as like the computer from the Hitchhiker's Guide. Like that's just like it just is such, it's like hype, but like more friendly, so it's like there to be very supportive and super nice and super compassionate, but like ready for anything at the same time.
There's actually a very specific person within the coven that I'm thinking of right now, who I everything you said, I feel like this is their stone. Name starts with a C, that's all I'll say.
We need to get him one.
Yeah.
Do it. And that's it. That's what I got. That's all of that.
All right.
Yeah.
Wow. We're at an hour and 20 minutes here.
I know.
I feel like at least an hour and 19 minutes was me butting in.
I don't think so. I think I've done plenty to derail my own topic.
All right, so I'm going to talk to you about Irish moss, and it's actually kind of a good thing that it's not a super duper meaty topic, and I think that I have established my notes in a way that I could just kind of blow through these and make up a little bit of time. You guys can go back to your day. Irish moss. So, Chondrus crispus. Or maybe Chondrus crispus.
I forgot that we weren't talking about another crystal, and I was like, crispus? That sounds like a plant. And then I had to remember that it is.
I love the crispus, and it actually makes sense. But aka carrageen moss, sea moss, or pearl moss. Now, the Chondrus or Chondrus, comes from the Greek word chronderos. And I'm saying it with like the K because it did say Greek, and I'm thinking like Kronos. Is Kronos? Kronos is a K. So maybe I'm fucked up. Anyway, I'm thinking Elvish.
God of War guy?
Where the C's are K's, like Celeborn. Anyway.
No, Kratos was the God of War guy. Okay.
What did I say?
You said Kronos, but I feel like that's also fine. But I asked if he was the God of War guy, and he's not.
Oh, yeah. Also him, though,
Kratos.
too. Yeah. Kratos, boy. So, chondrus, whatever, is derived from the Greek word chondros, meaning cartilage, which reflects in its name about the texture that this algae has. It is a very cartilage-like, what's the word I saw somewhere? Somewhere made, I don't know if this is a real word, but it's like cartilaginous texture.
Cartilaginous.
Thank you. Dude, brother. Crispus means curled and crinkled in Latin. So you can kind of put together what this plant might look like. It's got little fronds. It's got little fronds of crinkly, I don't want to say leaves because it is moss, but it's characteristically crinkly. And it has also been parading under the name of sea moss more recently, in recent years, than Irish moss, because it went through like a rebranding within the health and wellness community, where it is now marketed a lot as sea moss because they praise it for its like high nutrient content. It's got lots of iodine.
I'm trying to find it because it seems another Irish moss is Sagina something. It's like got a different name.
Here, do the
that looks a lot like the shit that grows on the graves of the people who die in Rohan.
Simba murder.
Tell me that doesn't.
Now it'll cover the graves of my son.
Really
okay, Google the Latin. You ready?
All right, give me
I'll spell it for you here.
Second. All right, spell it for me.
C C as in Chungus.
Nice.
CHONDRUS.
Chondrus crispus.
CRISPUS.
I got
Crispus.
it. Okay. Nice. Yeah, I see this shit. It does look like seaweed.
Yeah, it's seaweed, but it's also like it looks like seaweed, but like a red seaweed. So it's kind of somewhere in between. It's got these high levels of calcium, potassium, vitamins, and you can also use it as, it's got like, it comes in a ton of forms. You can get it in a supplement, a powder, a gel, and we'll talk more on that later. But it's got all these immune boosting functions, good for supporting our natural immune system, I guess, skin health, digestion. It is really good for you. But instead of being like red moss or Irish moss or whatever, it's sea moss, because I think that's also things from the sea work really well in the health and wellness category. But the name Irish moss was linked to, or I guess is linked to, its use in Ireland and Scotland, where it has been used for centuries and centuries and centuries. And it was particularly important during times of famine. Yeah, I'm talking that famous Irish potato famine in the mid-19th century, because it was so nutrient rich that when you're starving, you'll eat anything. So it was very important because it was abundant, because it loves cold, like nutrient rich waters. So we're talking North Atlantic Ocean, the coast of Ireland, Scotland, parts of North America, like talking New England and Canada. And
they've eaten, and not exactly this, I don't think, but they eat like seaweed and kelp and shit on alone all the time. Like, if they can. Like,
I've always wanted to try the what is it? It's a bull.
The bull kelp, the one that's like the big thick rings that they like,
and they just kind of snap it off.
I want to try that. I know. I think about
they
it
say
too.
it's like salty or something, and it just seems like I would like it. I don't know. Yeah. I just
generally
look at it and
I feel like their attitude of it is pretty decent.
It's decent. It looks like a big pickle, and I'm letting that kind of cloud my judgment. Like the inside of it, like the light green.
Yeah, anyway. It's a sea pickle.
It's a sea pickle.
Mm-hmm.
Sea cucumbers are gross.
They are gross. They are the ones that kind of come too, don't they?
Yeah. Traditional harvesting of this plant dates back particularly in Ireland and Scotland, because it grows so perfectly on those rocky shorelines. It was collected by hand, typically in the spring and the autumn when the seaweed was most abundant. And after that, it was, there was a lot of that was eaten fresh, used fresh, but a lot of it was stored, dried, hung up and dried and used throughout the entire year. Beyond times of famine where everyone were eating it, this is a traditional food source for the poor coastal regions. People would boil it in water, and it would make this like thick gelatinous mixture. Because it's chock full of mucilin. And nice. They would then add in sweeteners, vanilla, honey, cinnamon, and they would make this pudding type drink that just got people through hard times and really relied on it. And it was just sort of like a wet porridge that mucilin, slimy wet porridge.
Mucilin just wants to make you better.
It just wants to grease.
It can't help that it's slimy.
Up.
But it wants to slime you
up.
But
it is such a good guy. It does want to slime you down. But
I love it.
We would also use it in, when I say we, I just mean collectively, whoever got their hands on it, would use it in folk medicine, where it was highly prized, has all the health benefits. Again, we talked about how it's very nutrient rich. It's one of the things you eat, and it's just healthful. It's healthful in general to eat. However, they found that they could use it for respiratory ailments such as coughs, bronchitis, colds, anything that you're going to use one of those mucilin rich bad boys to really coat your everything that aches, up through here when you're not feeling good. You suck down some of that slimy marshmallow root,
like throat
slippery
throat
elm.
coat and all that.
Yeah.
I love
throat coat,
a slimy tea like that, like a marshmallow slippery elm kind of tea.
Yeah. I think maca root. Maybe.
Throat coat's what got me through 2019 when my heartburn was so bad. It was like what kept me from losing my voice that entire year. Oh,
I would like it more because I like the texture of it. Weirdly enough, because slimy things kind of oogie me out. It's the licorice.
I know it's got a strong licorice component.
Can't deal with. They would also use this to treat digestive issues, strengthen the immune system. And in World War II, Irish moss got furtherly more famous because, let's see, hold on. Oh, because this is when people started marketing it as a thickening agent. So before, people noticed, like, hey, when you put this in water, it gets kind of thick and we make that sweet, gross pudding we all drink to stay alive. But this is when it starts being marketed as a meat-free or an animal-free alternative to your, not glycerin, your Jello, you know, the stuff that's in Jello.
Gelatin.
Gelatin. Thank you. What? Jello gelatin. Yeah. Right. Okay. It begins to be marketed that way. Not really caring necessarily that it was like animal free, but it was more convenient to have on you, because prior to this, if you wanted to make like anything that was gelatized, you had to have like those clear, like wet sheets that they like. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like sheets of gelatin back in the day?
I've never seen the sheets. I've only seen the powder. The
sheets, dude. It was like a big Victorian thing because they love their jellied shit, right? And the cooks would have it all the time, but your everyday dude is not going to have access because, like, gelatin was expensive. It came from animals. The meat was expensive, right? Yeah. Like,
Could you even hunt on the king's land?
Use some of that king's meat gelatin. You kidding? Anyway, and this further exploded and gained popularity as time moved on, and people realized they could extract, not just use the moss, but you can extract the carrageen within it, which is the thickening agent, allowing this to be more widely produced as a thickening gelatin type dude. So, in mundane / medical uses. First of all, I wanted to point out that this has that thing that happens when something is just so good, we can't get enough of it, so we just really go hard on it. I don't think that it is endangered necessarily. However, it's getting like the side eye. It's getting the like, let's start conserving this. If we like it, let's start looking into how to protect the habitats that it grow in. You know what I mean? And make it available for future generations. Because it's not necessarily that we're taking all of the things. Like, we're not taking all of the moss itself.
The habitat.
It's the habitat that we're kind of fucking up. Anyway. So, we did already talk about thickening agents quite a bit. However, if you want more like insight as to how you could use this, you can use this to make things like ice cream, your own yogurt, your own milk shakes. If you want a thicker milk shake, throw you a little bit of this in there. Plus, you're getting the boost of all the other good shit that's in it. Certain sauces, any kind of vegan and vegetarian alternative to any gelatin, skincare products. It has found its way into. You see that a lot, I think, with skincare. It touts that it has algae and moss, you know, those seem to be like special algae. Like, there's a whole brand. I think it's Alginist, I believe. I had to sell it at Sephora. I forget what it's called. Algeny? Whatever. It's all about algae. And it's used to make masks, creams. It supports, it's got a high content of vitamins, mineral, fatty acids. So it maintains skin elasticity, it reduces inflammation, and it promotes the growth and the formation of healthy skin.
It's that good slime.
It's that good slime. It's got anti-inflammatory properties and moisturizing properties. So wonderful for eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, anything that you want to reduce redness on, reduce irritation, and reduce dryness, get it nice and moist. It will also help speed along the healing of wounds. It's like an all-around good dude. It's in hair care. It will help promote shine of the hair, it will strengthen the hair, and it will, promote hair growth. It's also in a ton of household products that we don't even realize. It's in toothpaste and air fresheners because it acts as a natural emulsifier and a stabilizer, keeping everything like mixed together. We're surrounded by this shit all the time already. We don't even know it. It's a good prebiotic. So the difference between a prebiotic and a probiotic, do you have it off the top of your head?
I get them mixed up. I've looked this up so many times and I never retain it.
So I have here, prebiotic means that it helps promote the growth of healthy gut bacteria, which is essential for good digestive health. I don't know how that makes it different than a probiotic. But this, I guess, a prebiotic maybe promotes the growth of healthy, and then maybe sustains it after it's grown. I don't know how it works.
I always get confused because there's also postbiotics.
There's so many biotics, but this is a good one. This is one of the good biotics. We've got mucilage in it again, so a natural remedy for a natural ingredient in cough syrups, or you can make your own lozenges at home. You can even just eat some of this and help your throat. If you I guess, I don't know, maybe you live in Ireland, Scotland, you got a shit ton in your backyard.
Fish some out.
Get it down. Chock full of iodine, which is good for healthy thyroid function. And people like to slime up their bones and their joints with it because it reduces joint pain, particularly in conditions like arthritis. It helps bones grow strong because it's high in calcium and potassium, and it can help along with a lot of other things. I'm not saying this eliminates osteoporosis, but it, add it in because it can help to strengthen the bones, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into the metaphys. All right.
Okay, I'm ready.
So, this plant in general symbolizes, if we're talking symbolic, resourcefulness and resilience, especially in the from the context of its history. When you don't have things to sustain yourself through times of hardship, like the potato famine. It's kind of a symbol of survival within Irish culture. I would like to hear from our Irish listeners, and I guess also Scottish, maybe parts of Canada, if this is somewhere, if this grows a lot, if this is, what's the word? My brain is not working. All I'm thinking is anahatas. If this is robust in the area,
abundant.
Abundant. Thank you. If this is abundant, let us know. Is this a thing? Is there?
Yeah.
Do
you see it?
Is there a pen with a picture on it, and it's I'm resilient? I don't know. And sometimes when we have, it seems like I particularly with my topics have been on a bit of a streak where maybe they're a little bit newer, or for whatever reason, the metaphys doesn't go back that far, so we're basically relying on the symbolism. This is not like that. This goes back metaphysically in witchcraft.
I'm sure, yeah.
As long as it's been around, as long as it's been eaten. So I want to talk about historically what this plant has been used for. Protection and good luck. Worn in amulets to ward off evil spirits and to protect from negative energies. Carried by sailors and travelers to protect against storms. Wealth and prosperity, put under rugs and around the home to bring financial success. Business success, used as a talisman to enhance your business property. There is a little bit of love magic here to attract love, strengthen relationships. It was given in wedding ceremonies as a blessing to the marriage. Just about every healing and health potion or ritual you could do. Also protecting from illness because it's just healthy. It's one of the healthful dudes that you can suck into your body. Let's see. There's a connection to the sea with it. So it's associated with mermaids and sea spirits, and therefore used by people who might consider themselves a little bit more on the sea witch side of things. It's also used to protect against the influence of the baddie bads in the sea, whether it be you're a sailor and you don't want to get got by pirates, or maybe it's the Kraken. I don't know. All the bad things in the sea.
Could happen.
Magical or not, And it is linked to the element of water, not surprisingly. It is used in rituals for emotional healing and intuition. Modern day. Basically the same. Basically everything that I've listed, just about the goddamn same. I don't want to say it's changed in the following ways because it hasn't, there's not been it's not like, oh, we don't do this anymore and now we do this new thing. It's just shifted focus. So while back in the day it was probably used a little bit more for protection and illness related stuff and sea related stuff, now it's shifted a little bit to money drawing spells. It's big time business success, money drawing spells, acts and spells to attract wealth, financial prosperity, put it in your cash register, put it in your wallet, have a wet piece of moss.
I was gonna say, it seems like it'd be a little
hanging
soggy.
out of your pocket. Yeah. You can get it dried. But I think it's most potent if you just keep it slimy and wet all the time. Use it in money bowls, offerings to money or prosperity related deities, practitioners. It is not uncommon for practitioners within Ireland, specifically, is what I read. Again, I would like to hear from you guys, to have this in your business drawing. Like it's just a mainstay, like where we might put rosemary or something that what's really good for drawing like prosperity, like bay leaf, cinnamon or something like that. It's like Irish moss. So yeah, we're going to throw that in there. And manifestation work, because while that was a part of it back in the day, that manifesting is something that is, I don't want to say new because it's not new, but it definitely is. It seems like it's less focused on your actual physical survival. And now that your physical survival is like more okay than it was like back in potato famine days, now it's more like, okay, we're good. We have our lowest, what is it? The Mohs pyramid of whatever it's called. Yeah. I was thinking Mohs hardness scale, but, now that you've got that taken care of, it's like, now we can kind of use this for the manifestation. You put it on a grid. It's really more targeted to long-term goals versus your short, quick, fast, easy solutions. And from the Hearth Wisdom website, I'm just going to read directly from you here because they've got a nice little summary here. So Irish moss is used for business and personal prosperity, as well as gambling luck. It has been a while since we've seen one of those.
Yeah.
Irish moss is used to attract financial abundance and good luck in gambling. Some ideas for magical uses: sprinkle a small amount of Irish moss underneath your carpets to attract prosperity. Keep a packet of Irish moss in your wallet. There's
a wallet in my pocket.
A wallet! In your wallet when you go gambling. Sprinkle a pinch of it on your floor of your business to bring in paying customers. Burn a mixture of Irish moss, alfalfa, and chamomile on a charcoal, and then sprinkle the ashes on your property to invite abundance into your home. You can dress a prosperity candle in money drawing oil and then roll it in Irish moss for extra power. And lastly, you can soak Irish moss in water, strain it, and use the water as blessed water to attract luck or prosperity. There you go, brother.
Thanks, Hearth Wisdom.
Yeah. Thank you, Hearth Wisdom. That's it.
Okay.
I think we end it here. Let's go to Anahata's.
Let's go.
Let's go. We do...
Not yet.
No.
We unfortunately have days.
Yeah. We will have a live on Monday.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. And we also have a Simpcap tomorrow, if you're listening to this the day that it comes out.
Yes.
We also we'll probably have a Wednesday episode scheduled, pre-recorded, coming out for you on Wednesday, because Wednesday is the day we are traveling. So please,
yeah, we'll try honestly to get that. Me being sick kind of fucked up a lot of our timeline.
Understandable. How dare you be human?
Yeah. So we're gonna try to get that done, but if we don't, I guess we don't. So.
If we don't, we might. Yeah, there might be a travel week. But we'll just basically what we're saying is we're not totally sure, but we do definitely have that live coming up on Monday.
Yes.
And we'll see you then. Goodbye.
We got it. We do this every week. We've got to close the show out.
I know. I do it. It's a thing that I like to do now because I like that.
Good.
Yeah.
Now you've spoken it aloud though.
Yeah. If you like the WBAH podcast and you want, I don't know, maybe more of your girls, more of Macy and Charlye and their antics, to explore the world and everything. Don't you yawn when
I'm sorry.
We have more content is what I'm trying to say. We've got a Patreon where we have a whole secondary podcast where we talk about pop culture and stuff like that. We also, on our Patreon, you can see those lives we talk about and see the video format of the podcast. Blah, blah, blah. We have a Facebook page.
Blah, blah.
Oh, that shot me back through time. We have a Facebook page. It's basically the only social that we have anything to do with.
Used regularly. Yeah.
Twitter is gone and dead. And I kind of feel like refusing to use X.
I do feel like refusing to use X. Yeah.
Instagram is good. Instagram is good for keeping up with what we've got going on. By the way, the Instagram the reel that you made.
That reel.
How did you do that? How did you do the little
accident? So it cracked me up. So I was setting the reel up. I didn't know that those exist to manipulate the photos like that. And so I went to the effects tab and I thought it was just going to like put some sparkles over it. Most of them did that. It would be like a glow. And then that one came out with a steel fucking chair, dude.
Dude, I saw it. My jaw just hit the floor. I was like, what?
It cracked me up so much. So that's
check it out.
Check it out. We do that's the reel. I make the reels over there usually, and then they get that's the place for those. They're fun. Then we're in the Coven all the time. We do lives every Monday in the
Coven
Patreon
is on
Coven.
Facebook.
Yeah. Yep. So
all of that is linked down below. Macy, you teach yoga. You have your whole yoga podcast, and
I do.
You can follow her at Macy Anise. I do Twitch streaming. Play video games. Again, linked down below. How do we end?
I think we just end it. I think we end it now. Now we've checked all of our boxes.
Okay. All right.
And we wrap it up.
I'll take it. Yeah. Wrap it up. I'll take it.
I think I'll take it. Wrap it
up.
I'll take it.
Is it talking about a ding dong?
Well, he's just like wrap it up to go. Like I'll
wrap
take it.
Wrap it up. I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, it could be talking about a ding dong. I don't think it is, but I mean, it applies to a ding dong.
Wrap it up. I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye.
All right. Click.